What you guys got another video. This is a video request for Jeff and Stefan. They wanted to know about Windows Firewall and how you can use it on Windows 11. So I thought I'd make a quick video showing you some of the basic things that you can do with Windows 11 Firewall. You can use this on Windows 10 as well because it's pretty much the same thing. But we'll go through and show you 3 things that you'll probably need to know about Windows Firewall. But first, let's have a quick word from today's video sponsor, CD Key Sales. If you're looking for cheap Windows 11 Pro or Office keys or any other type of software keys, then check out CD Key Sales. I'll leave the links in the video description. Choose your purchase and create an account, and then all you need to do, click the Buy Now button to buy a Windows 11 Pro key, say, and you can use my promo code to get a 30% discount. Capital B, capital R09, and apply that to your order and get 30% off. They will then send you your key, and once you get your key, you can head over to the activation center and paste in your key and click next, and then you'll be able to click activate. You can use this to upgrade from home to pro editions, or you can use it to activate and get a full version of Windows 11. So let's go ahead and click on the start button here and type in Windows Firewall right here, like so. Look at Windows Defender Firewall and with advanced security. That's the one we're going to be clicking on here. You can do this on Windows 10 as well. And this is the advanced settings for Windows Defender Firewall. So from here, we've got inbound and outbound. So we're going to concentrate on outbound for this one. And what we're going to do is click on a new rule to create a new rule to block websites inside Windows Defender. So let's go ahead and click on new rule. From here, you've got some options: program, port, predefined, and also custom. We're going to go custom rule on this one. So click on custom, then click next, and it will take you to the next screen where we can add in some custom settings. All programs is what we're going to do right here. This applies to all connections on the computer that match other rule properties. That's what we're going to be doing. So click next. From here, protocol type, you've got any, and that's what we're going to set it as, but there's some other ones here that you can change as well, but we're going to leave that as is. And from here, we're now going to go for the scope, which is for what IP addresses do we want to add. So from here, I'm going to come down to the customize interface types to which rules apply, and I'm going to say these IP addresses. And then from there, we're going to click on the add button to add in an IP address. Now, to get the IP address of the website that we want to block, I'm going to open up command prompt by typing CMD, run this as administrator, and the command prompt window will open. From here, we can just type in a simple command to find out the IP address of a website. For instance, ns lookup, like so, then space www dot, and we'll do facebook.com as like so. Press enter. And from here, you will see we have server unknown, address, IP address. We're not interested in that one. The one we're interested in was this one right here, where it says address down the bottom, which is 157.240.225.35. So what we want to do is copy that IP address. So you can simply highlight the IP address like so, just go over the top of it, and then you can press Control C to copy that IP address like so. Once you press Control C, go back over to the Windows Firewall panel here, click Add, and then paste in your actual IP address here. Once we've got that done, we can click OK, and we can now click Next, and we can block all of the connections right here. You can also allow connections. We don't want to do that. We want to block it, and you can also allow the connections if it is secured, but we're going to block them. Now, this is the rule where it applies to a domain name, private or public. I'm going to leave all these check marked here, but again, you could uncheck which ones you don't want to do it on and just do it on public or whatever it is you want to set yours up as. From here, give it a name. Let's just call this Facebook, like so. And in the description, you can call it blocked or whatever it is that you can recognize when you look at that actual rule that we set. Click on finish. And now you should see a rule set in place here up the top. And that's on the outbound rule for this computer. So outbound is going off to the internet we want to block it. So let's go over to our browser and we'll type facebook.com and press enter, and you should see that you won't get a connection because we've blocked it by setting up a simple rule in our firewall settings. So now you'll see it says it can't reach that page, and that's because we've set that rule inside there to block it. So from here, this is the actual rule right here. You can right click on this here, disable the rule. You can also delete the rule if you want to by clicking on delete, and it will delete the rule completely, and it will allow you to connect to that website again. Also, there's another properties panel right here, which I want to quickly show you. This is it right here, what we set up. Name, Facebook, description, blocked. It's enabled, and you can make changes right on the fly right here. If you want to grant access all of a sudden, you can do. So you can also go into programs and services right here. These are the programs and services panel. We're not going to be touching any of this stuff. Also remote computers. So you can allow connections to these computers and you can add them in right here. And also we have some other settings which we can go through right here. So the interface types, you can customize this, and you can see that we also have these interface types. So if you can do it for wireless, remote connections, or you can do it local area network. You can set this up how you like on your system, but it's a bit out of the scope of this video basically. So from here, there's our scope that we set up on the settings with our IP address. And we also have, which I want to do here, which is obviously set this up for certain individuals that might be using the computer. So protocols and ports. And from here, we're going to quickly set this up here by going to authorize users. So under the local principles, we can set up a setting right here to allow someone to do it. So basically, you can see only allow connections from these users. So we can put in the name of a user. And this is if you want to block everyone else, but allow a particular type of user to go through. From here, we can skip the rule for connections from this user. So type in local user. And again, you can put in the name of that user. Just type it out like so. And then click on check name. And it will check to see if that account is available. Click OK. And now click apply and OK. And when you go to the web browser, they should be able to access that website, even though we have it blocked on the computer because we've allowed that person to go through. So you could just quickly go back over to Facebook and click, and there you go. We've now got access to it. So that's basically that. And that is how you can block websites inside Windows Defender. Let's go ahead and remove that right here. So I'm going to quickly right click and remove that by deleting it. And we can move on to something else. So the next thing you might want to do is open up a port on your firewall. So let's quickly cover opening up ports on your firewall. So we're going to go outbound rules again. And from here, we're going to click on the port button right here. And now click on next. And it will say TCP or UDP. You can choose which one you want. And you can have a specific remote port. So we're going to go 65,000, say. But there's an example down here that tells you you can put commas in and you can put in other ports that you want to open on that computer. So maybe you've got a game that you're playing that needs to have a particular port opened. You can go ahead and open that port up by putting it in your firewall settings right here. You can also do this inside your router, which is sometimes the best method to open up ports on your router because it's coming from your ISP. So basically you would be able to open up that port inside your router. But this is how you can do that inside a firewall. You've got block the connection. We want to allow this connection, and you can put allow connection if it is secure as well, if that's the way you want to set it up. Click next, and you can choose it whether it's on a domain or whether it's private or whether it's in a public area. So let's go ahead and leave these all check marked like so, but you can check mark it how you like on your setup. Click next. Now you've got to give it a name. So you could put in there the name of the game. Let's just put game, and the description. You could put in a description, put in, say for instance, Valorant open port, whatever it is that you have to open up, which port it is you're going to open up on there. In this case, it was 65,000. Click on finish, and you should now see it showing up on there called game. It's got a green check mark there, which means it's live and active and it's open. and that means that port is now open. So from here, you can disable the rule as well, and you can disable it temporarily, and you can also enable it, or you can delete it completely. And you can go into the properties tab, like I showed you earlier on, and customize it the way you like. Next, we're going to be blocking an application from accessing the internet. So this is another one that people wanted to see. So from here, we're going to leave the radio button in program, click next. You would now choose the path of that program, and you can see an example there. So let's click on browse, and let's just go ahead and choose an application. This is a virtual machine, so I don't have many applications on here. So I'll just use a random one here just to show you basically how you would do it. You'd choose the application. Let's just say Windows Media Player right here. Click on open, and you can see the path right here. And all we need to do is click on next. And now we can block the connection. This will block the connection for that application to go out onto the internet. And you can allow the connection or allow it if it's secure. Again, same thing. You can choose all of the profile that you want to set up right here. Give it a name. For instance, let's give it, say, MPlayer. You can call it Media Player if you like, or anything like that. Give it a description. I'm going to say block and say finish. And you can see it right there. It's now been blocked. And that will block the outbound traffic from your computer. You can delete it just like so. And that's pretty much it. That's basically how you can block websites, how you can control ports and open ports on your firewall, and how you can block programs from accessing the internet. That's pretty much it for this video. These are probably the most basic things you're going to want to do on a Windows Defender firewall. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Just want to say a quick shout out to all my YouTube members who have joined my YouTube members group. I really do appreciate the support. If you haven't joined our Discord server yet, then the link is in the video description. Bye for now.